Hey, welcome to the Freeze Dry Business channel. My name is David, and I've been running a freeze dry business for the past 3 years in Idaho. And if I were going to start over and start a business in freeze drying this year, there are 10 things that I definitely would be doing first, and I'm going to share those with you today. Hey, welcome to the Freeze Dry Business channel. My name is David. I've been running a freeze dry business for about 3 years in the state of Idaho. There's a lot of things that I've learned, and there's also a lot of mistakes that I've made throughout that 3-year period. So this video is not only for people just starting out on a business, but people who currently have a business and maybe you haven't thought through some of the things that I'm going to share with you today. And that's what this video is all about. So let's get started. All right, the first thing that I would do before you start a freeze dry business is look at the cottage food laws for your state. Idaho, for example, is actually very flexible with cottage food laws, but I've seen other states that are more strict. So you want to look at those cottage food laws, and that'll give you a good picture of what you can actually sell. Now, it's very easy to look this up. Go to Google, type in cottage food laws in your particular state. You'll be able to read what is allowed under cottage food law. And if you need more clarification, contact your local health district for your county, and they might be able to give you more information on what those cottage food laws and how to go about that process. Number 2 is for those of you that already have a freeze-dried business and you're just small, but you want to kind of grow it to the next level and be able to do wholesale and do a little bit more with your business. Now, getting a little creative here, I'm going to share with you some secret sauce that I have found through researching how to get the most affordable way into a commercial kitchen without having to invest in that large leased space or all the equipment. And that is to look at churches. Churches have usually a commercial kitchen that is licensed. They're only using it on the weekends, on a Saturday or Sunday. Overall, during the day and for most days during the week, they are not using that commercial kitchen, and you might be able to negotiate a really good deal with that. You might also want to look at schools. Some of those schools that are private, charter schools, things like that, have a commercial kitchen, and they're not ran by the city or the state. They're just a private organization that does look for ways to bring in more revenue. So I would look at private schools and churches to find that commercial kitchen that you can rent to really see if you can scale at the growth that you want to. The third thing that I would do if I were starting a freeze-dried business is something that I did when I first started, and that is to create an LLC with the Secretary of State. Now, it helps you protect yourself from personal liability from your business, but it also allows you to use your business as a business for expenses and other different benefits for taxes. Now, the cost is pretty minimal to create an LLC for your business and have it registered with the state. Usually it's only a couple $100s, and I think it's definitely worth it, so that protects yourself from personal liability, but also allows you to run an effective business and have the tax benefits for that as well. And number 4 is to create a separate business account for your business. That way you're directly tying any type of revenue or expenses directly to the business. And that way the liability and for tax return purposes is all very clear. You've got the business on this side running with this bank account, and you've got your personal bank account and your personal tax return on the other end. Number 5 is to establish your own name and logo as well as brand guidelines. Now, you can get as serious as you want in a business, whether side hustle or you have big ambitions for future growth. But overall, you want to really represent your brand, and it's something to be proud of. And I've used 2 different types of online resources to create logos and brand designs, and that is Tailor Brands. This is a great online tool. It provides you an annual membership or something monthly, and you basically get logo design plus taglines and colors and brand guidelines so you can create your business cards and posters and things like that. And I think it's a really great membership that's all encompassing. The second area you could try is also Canva. Canva.com is really great for creating social media posts, posters, things like that, and they do have a logo option, and you can find a link to that in my description as well. Number 6 is to decide what type of product lineup you're going to have. I would do 2 things in this area to get started. One, I would find products that are selling well all across the country. You can join Facebook groups. You can also look at my video, the top 20 items to freeze dry for your business. I think those items have done very well. These are items that everyone is selling and everyone is doing in their freeze dryer. There's no real need to reinvent the wheel because it's always selling. Candy is always selling, ice cream is selling if you can do it, and fruit is always selling. Now, the second thing is to find something unique that can differentiate you across your market. Now, as more and more people start a freeze-dried business and there's more and more freeze dryers out there, you're gonna have competition. And so everyone can sell the same thing, but try to find or start researching as you're generating interest in your business of something that can differentiate you. Are you going to freeze dry more fruit or vegetables? Or are you going to do something that's more recipe based? Just find something that can differentiate you so that you can have your own unique product that you can start marketing, so it's not just the same old thing, and something you can be proud of. Now, the seventh thing that I would do to start out as a freeze-dried business is I would look at your competition and research to find out what you might be able to do better or to differentiate yourself, which is kind of similar to number 6. So start looking at packaging. Maybe you're going to do the non-windowless bag. Maybe you're going to do craft mylar bags like I do. Or maybe you're going to do more silver bags or black bags. Or you're going to actually spend the time to create an actual full-size label of your bag. And you're not going to have stickers on it, or you're not going to have stamping on it. Find something that you can do to differentiate yourself and build better than your competition. The second part of that with competition is research to find out if everyone is cottage food, then you have an opportunity to maybe get into that commercial kitchen and get into the wholesale market first. And even if there are people that are doing commercial, there's plenty of other stores that would love to have your product and have something unique and different. And there's only so much that people can handle. So there's plenty to go around. Number 8 is to build your own website. If you're running a cottage food business or you're looking at doing commercial, you need to have a website rather than just relying on Facebook or Instagram. A website provides a lot of digital presence for you, as well as getting up on the search engines. People are going to be searching for you. They're going to be Googling and trying to find you, and a website provides more of an outlet for them to understand who you are and why they should buy your product. And it gives you an opportunity to build something that's going to be there for the long term instead of just looking at it as Facebook and Instagram. So whether you're cottage food law or commercial, get that website going. There's a lot of free avenues for building websites as well as paid. You can take a look at some of the suggestions that I have in this video description. And number 9 is building off of number 8. You need to have a social media presence. Build a Facebook page, build an Instagram page. If you have TikTok, do TikTok, but build something on social media so that you can quickly get information out to your users. Now, these social media pages are exactly why I'm on YouTube, is it gives me a way to talk to people immediately and show them what's happening now in my business. Now, what I would suggest is get really good at one particular social media environment. Facebook and Instagram are really nice because they're both owned by the same parent company, Meta, which allows you to post cross-functionally between both pages when you want to create a post. So I would get those started, or if you just want to do YouTube Shorts or just do TikTok, do those really, really well so that people know why they're coming to that channel versus trying to find all 4 of yours, and get to know what your strategy is and get a better feel for how you can be consistent with your posting. And number 10 is be willing to say no. There is so much fun and creative ways for you to run a freeze-dried business that you're going to have your hands full just doing the successful ones that I've listed in my 20 items to freeze dry as a business. And the reason I created that video is because I found that those items sell the most. It doesn't matter whether someone suggested, hey, you should go sell marshmallows or you should go sell milk duds. I was generating enough business from those 20 items that I didn't need to venture out, even though people were suggesting it. And my suggestion to you is just get started. Get a freeze-dry business started. Start that side hustle. Start having some fun with freeze drying and see what people are most interested in and find what you want to do. You're going to find that some candies are really difficult to freeze dry. You're going to find some candies are really time consuming to prep, like taffy. I've done a video like that. But you'll also find ones that you really like to do. And I love doing fruit. I don't mind the prep work. I just really think it's a healthy option, and it's really fun for me to freeze dry it, and I use it for my own personal use, but people also really know me in the market for my freeze dried fruit. So find something that differentiates you, but also stick to the core items that you know will sell well, and just be willing to say no and stick to that, and you'll be successful. Well, that concludes the 10 things that I would do if I were starting a freeze dried business. I hope this helped you, gave you some guidelines as to how you can get started running a freeze dried business. Go out and do something great for your community. We'll see you again next time.